going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to a new video. It's your boy Jay Narkic Chris World, and today we are rebuilding the Buccaneers with Kyle Trask as being our quarterback. But right now we have Tom Brady, and it wouldn't make sense for us to be without Tom Brady. So what I'm gonna want to do is, as we can see, we have Kyle Trask as the backup here, 68 overall. We're gonna make sure that he is the long-term backup. So let's send him to the regular season. So we have players to upgrade here, of course. So the Buccaneers are built to win a lot of games, obviously. So they obviously have Kyle Trask as backup here. He fits the scheme nicely. This is what the team looks like. Pretty solid, I'd say. And the defense is pretty good as well. So we already know what to expect. This team is probably gonna win a Super Bowl, considering how nice all these players are. So we're gonna simulate that, but we're just gonna make sure all the settings are set up properly, and then see if Buccaneers can keep winning until we have to start Kyle Trask. All right, so obviously we made the playoffs. We went 9-7. The Saints won the division, going 10-6. So let's upgrade our players. We also had the rookie Joe Tyrone, something like that. So let's see how our offense was 15th in the NFL. Tom Brady 8, of course. Our defense was top tier nonetheless. We were ranked 12th. Tom Brady 36 touchdowns, 13 picks, 102 passer rating. Kyle Trask did have 2 attempts though, pretty interesting. To continue, so AB did pretty nice for us. If you look at the defense though, he had a lot of interceptions from what I could see. And Ndamukong had 9 sacks, Jason Pierre-Paul had 7.5. Vita Vea had 7.5, Jason Pierre-Paul had 5, William Golston had 3, Devin White had 2.5. We had a lot of interceptions though, 4 for Sean Murphy, 3 for Levante, 3 for Carlton Davis, 3 for Jamel Dean. So we had 10 picks between our corners. We had 4 between our safeties, and Devin White also had a pick as well. So let's see how well they do in the playoffs. We're facing the 9-7 Cowboys. We take a W, 43-35. So now we're facing the Cardinals, who won their division in their home. Let's play those boys real quick. Another away game. We take the dub, 42-20. We're facing the Saints in the conference championship. We've been away this whole time. 4 players were upgraded. Let's see if we can beat Drew Brees and the Saints at their crib in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. We don't, actually. The Super Bowl is Patriots-Saints. That's crazy, considering that the Patriots were the 7th seed and they went all the way to the Super Bowl, beating Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Wow, that's crazy. So we didn't make the Super Bowl. We have players to upgrade, of course. Not too bad. Look at the Pro Bowl roster. Obviously Brady made it. Justin Fields made it. Okay. Running backs were pretty solid. Let's see if anybody from our team, AAB, made it, but not Mike Evans. Offensive line, Tristan Wirfs, really, but that's just about it. Vita Vea. Any of our other linebackers? No. Corner, Sean Murphy Bunting made it. Safeties, no. Interesting on the players who made it, of course. So let's advance to the Super Bowl, as it's Saints-Patriots. Patriots end up winning the Super Bowl. Let's look at the 2020 receipt. So Josh Allen won MVP. Devondre Campbell won MVP for the Patriots. And that's their 7th ring. Justin Fields won Offensive Player of the Year and Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Isaiah Simmons. Defensive Player of the Year went to Khalil Mack. And Coach of the Year went to John Harbaugh. So that's pretty interesting to see. We have 9 players ready to negotiate. We got to definitely get all these guys back. Considering we don't have any money, we're going to make some way to get some money. So one person we definitely want back is Chris Godwin. Definitely want to re-sign him. Definitely want to re-sign AB as well. Definitely want to re-sign him. Give him a solid deal, 15 mil. He wants to test free agency. We're probably going to have to end up franchise tagging him, considering we want to keep him. AQ Shipley, we're going to re-sign him as well, even though he doesn't deserve it. Yeah, we'll let him go. John Franklin III, I feel like, is a good cornerback to have, and plus he's from Last Chance U, so I definitely want to re-sign him. Zach Trinner is a 29-year-old long snapper. He thinks free agency will be better for him. Ryan Griffin will let you walk. Tanner Hudson is a depth tight end, so he'll definitely re-sign. He's not interested. Okay. Then we also have Robert Hainsey, a guard. He's 24. We'll re-sign him as well. And then we'll just franchise tag AB. 18 mil salary. I don't think he's worth it. I think we could just try re-signing, because that's what they did in real life. So yeah, that's what they did in real life, and they re-signed everyone that they needed onto the team. So I'm not gonna necessarily make them, like, god tier, but I'll try to re-sign AB to a quick little deal here. See if he wants to accept that. That'll be good for him. Tight ends are good. Left tackle is good. Left guard is good. Center, just need a backup. We can sign Ben Garland. That's okay with me. Make sure we have depth. I'm not even sure who will even draft, so not really too worried about that. D tackle, we could sign Tim Settle, who would be a good backup for Vita Vea. Right end, we don't have a right end, so we're probably gonna have to draft someone. We have Shaq Barrett at left outside, middle linebacker Levante and Devin White. Right outside is just Jason Pierre-Paul. Cornerbacks are pretty good. We got some great corners. Safeties are pretty good as well. So we're just gonna sign the backup Justin Evans, and then we'll see what we could get in the draft. Probably like a right end if we can even pick it up. So let's see if we get these free agents. So we got the backups, okay. And then AB's back with us, and same with Tim Settle, so we shored that up. We got 5th-year options available for Vita Vea. Obviously, we're gonna have to pick that up as well. If this upcoming year is Brady's cap year, his contract year, we're not gonna re-sign him. That's gonna be the best bet at this point, because we can't really. This video is about Kyle Trask, so we got to make sure that we set up Kyle Trask right. So we have the 29th pick in the draft. Let's sim to that. So our number 1 need is a right end, of course. So that's obviously what we're gonna go for. We're not gonna go for a quarterback, as we have Kyle Trask, our guy. This kid, he's a 1st-round talent. Perry Giuseppe. We're gonna draft him. Be our new starter, and then we're gonna leave the rest of the draft for the simulation. So okay, with the team drafted real quick. After we got him, we got a receiver, a guard, a receiver again, a corner, and a running back. So we just went for a lot of depth on the skill positions. Very interesting. So we have an 89 offense and an 85 defense. Kyle Trask is a 70 at backup, and Brady is regressing, so this will most likely be his last year, which is okay with me. We just need a 3rd tight end, and we should be pretty solid, honestly. Yeah, 3rd tight end, maybe a backup middle linebacker, and we should be pretty good. And a backup middle linebacker, of course, would be pretty nice. What right ends do they have available? Lawrence Gee would fit the scheme perfectly. Danny Trevathan would be great to be a backup. And then we also have the right end position, obviously. So we could obviously shore that up with Lawrence Gee. And then if that rookie Giuseppe plays, then we'll be pretty solid. Tom Brady gets an upgrade. So without further ado, let's sim to the playoffs and see how well we do. But we didn't make the playoffs this year. We went 7-9. Our offense was 16th. Brady was 1st in passing TDs with 40, and he threw 16 interceptions. Running situation was pretty solid. Wow, we didn't make the playoffs, which is kind of interesting to me, considering we have a really nice defense. But we obviously not getting enough pass rush. We got a lot of interceptions though, but we didn't make the playoffs. So let's upgrade our players. This go around, we're gonna let Brady walk, and then let's sim to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is Saints-Bills again. Saints in the Super Bowl again. Let's see if the Saints will do it. And they lose back-to-back Super Bowls. MVP was Justin Fields of the Bears. Sean McDermott won Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year went to Justin Fields. Defensive Player of the Year went to Khalil Mack. Antonio Norman, middle linebacker, won Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Packers. And Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Washington Football Team was QB Earl Walton. We have 24 players ready to negotiate. Carlton Davis, star corner. Got to definitely re-sign him. Only 25. Definitely worth it. Ryan Jensen, star center. Definitely have to re-sign. Definitely pretty solid for us. He's not interested in signing. Rojo, I feel like we'll definitely re-sign, considering, yep. Gronk, definitely should try to re-sign him as well. We have a great 2-punch. Okay, so he's gone. OJ Howard, though, we definitely got to re-sign him. Jason Pierre-Paul is getting old. Jordan Whitehead is a great starter for us, so we'll re-sign him. We got William Golston, Joe Tryon, whatever. Gotta definitely re-sign him. We get him back. Alex Kappa is our guard. Gotta re-sign all these guys for just for Kyle Trask. Donovan Smith. Oh, Kyle Trask is asking for a deal, so we gotta definitely re-sign him. We get him back. Raheem Nunez-Roches, we'll re-sign you. You want to walk, be my guest. All these guys here are backups, so I'm not really too worried about them. Donovan Smith, pretty solid at left tackle. I mean, he's not the greatest, but let's see if there's anyone else we could re-sign. Letting those guys walk. I want to use the franchise tag. I'll use the franchise tag on Ryan Jensen. I'm going to let Gronk go. We're going to let Jason Pierre-Paul go. I think William Golston wouldn't be too bad, but he's asking for too much. So we don't even have the money to re-sign these guys. So, And I think Brady retired. But we have a 91 offense, so Brady might not have retired. We have a 92 offense and an 88 defense. Yeah, Brady didn't retire, but Brady's going to be the backup. Sadly, I know that sounds crazy, but Brady will have to be the backup. We need to fill out the offense, definitely. Definitely need to fill out the offense. But defense is not too bad. We just need to definitely shore up. Maybe have to release some players, honestly. Maybe we're going to have to make... Is this where we do it? Is this where we get rid of Brady? This might be where we have to get rid of Brady. We release him into free agency. Goodbye, Tom. Free up some money. See if there's any other position that's taking money. It's just anyone that's on a crazy deal. Keyshawn Johnson for like $1 million isn't bad at all, so I guess that's fine. We have about $15 million available in what's it called, cap. So we don't have a left tackle, so Jordan Mailata would be perfect for us. Great left tackle for us to pick up. Then we could sign Nate Solder to... Okay, we definitely cannot sign you. Well, we got left guard. We need a backup. I think we could fill out the rest of these positions through free agency. So we just need to make sure we get a number 2. So Cameron Bray would be a great number 2 for us. A great number 2 to pick up for the team. And then at cornerback, we already have our solid corners. So let's advance to next week. See if we get these positions. So we get Jordan Mailata and Cameron Bray. So that's pretty solid. So let's send to the draft. So we have the 11th pick in the draft. So that's pretty early. So let's see what players are available for us. Obviously, we're not going to go to quarterback, but there are other positions that we could go after. D tackle, we only have 2. We don't have anyone at right outside linebacker. We have Khalil Farrell, early second rounder. He's mid first rounder talent. Let's pick him up. That's a draft need, so we pick him up. And let's go to our next pick. So we have the 11th pick now. So we have another. We could address some other positions, of course. Tight end, nobody. Left tackle, nobody. Guard, nobody. Center, we got Troy Conrad. Great backup because we did franchise tag our center, so that's not too bad. We shore up that position as well. So with our next pick available, we could go safety, but there's also the guard position that we could go after. I don't think it's wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong shoring up offensive line. So we're going to go with Morgan Jennings. You just got to make sure that the offensive line is secure. Now I want to see if we can go after like a D tackle, most likely. I feel like a D tackle will be available. Wow, there isn't positions. So these are all the positions that's left that's available. And could go left end. Got right end, of course. Drafting another right end wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. So Justin Franklin, we'll draft him. So we have just more depth at that position. And we're going to leave the rest of the draft to the CPU. Now we look at the draft recap. After that, we ended up getting a quarterback in Sherman and a running back in Tyrese Meader. And we also drafted a tight end. Makes sense. Hence, those are the positions that we actually kind of needed. So now that we simulate, we have an 89 offense and 87 defense. Not too bad. The Buccaneers still look like a powerhouse here. We drafted some great backups and a center. We have a center and guards. We just need a backup like tackle, I believe. Receivers are pretty good. I say receivers are really good. Running backs are still pretty good as well. We have Kyle Trask now being our starter. Defense, we have Joe Tryon starting at that right outside linebacker position, and we got Shaq on the other. Linebackers are looking pretty solid, I'd say. We just need one more middle, and then we should be good. D-line is looking pretty rough, but I feel like we could just, we're a couple signings away. We're a couple signings away, I'd say. Like middle linebacker, you sign like we could just sign like maybe a left end, William Golston back to the team, like, or Dean Lowry. Dean Lowry wouldn't be too bad. Maybe we could free up some cap space by getting rid of someone. I definitely don't want to get rid of any of these top guys at all. Just for us to make some more money, we could get rid of Dez Fitzpatrick, who's been on our team for some time now. Get rid of him so we could have that another, just someone on the D-line that could help us out. You know, because it wouldn't be too bad. I think I'd prefer left end and get William Golston back, or no, Dean Lowry. I like Dean Lowry back. We wouldn't be able to afford him either. So we could sign Ronnie Perkins. We wouldn't be able to sign him. Trent Murphy wouldn't be too bad for depth, obviously, but we can't afford him. But Porter Gustin we can, so we'll sign him just so we have some veteran leadership on that D line. And then after that, we should be pretty solid. I'd say we should be pretty solid. So Kyle Trask will be the starter. And so let's see how he does. So we didn't make the playoffs. We ended up going 8-8, so not too bad in Kyle Trask's first year as starter, I'd say. And come out to having a 88 offense and 88 defense. So let's see how Kyle Trask did. We had a 16th offense. Kyle Trask had 4,300 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, 13 picks. Rojo had 964 yards, 5 TDs. Mike Evans had 11 TDs, 965 yards. Defense. Let's see, sacks, Shaq had 7.5, but we still need more from our linebackers, so that's something. We get a lot of interceptions, but we don't get a lot of sacks, so that's the main problem. But not too bad for a first year as a starter for Kyle Trask, going 8-8. Super Bowl is Chiefs Bears. Let's see who takes that. So the Bears win. So obviously Justin Fields took over. Cam Newton won MVP for the Patriots. Andy Reid won Coach of the Year. Matt Ryan won Offensive Player of the Year. Deion Jones won Defense Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Saints quarterback Antonio Bassi. And Defense Rookie of the Year went to Mitch Turner for the Cardinals. And Roquan Smith won MVP. And we have 17 players ready to negotiate. We have to re-sign some guys to some hefty money, like Vita Vea for sure. He wants to test out free agency. We're gonna have to end up franchise tagging him. Shaq Barrett just turned 30. Gotta re-sign him. He wants to go into free agency. We have to re-sign our star middle linebacker, Devin White. So we definitely can't let him walk. Ryan Jensen we're gonna let walk. Sean Murphy Bunting, definitely gotta re-sign him. We got Jamel Dean, of course. We don't need to pay that punter that much money. Also, something I just noticed. We get Jamel Murphy back. Levante David, we're going to let go. Mike Edwards is a great backup to have at free safety, so we're going to definitely re-sign him. Leonard Fournette, we're letting go. Tim Settle is not too bad. He's pretty young, so it should be great to back up Vita Vea. Jason Myers, we're not paying you that much. Porter Gustin, no. Justin Evans is a good backup, so hopefully he re-signs with us. Yes, he does. BJ Goodson will let you go. Anthony Nelson, just a depth player, so same with Tay Hayes, you're a depth player as well, so you want to test out free agency, you're probably not going to get re-signed anywhere, so we get Anthony Nelson back. So we're going to have to use the franchise tag on Vita Vea. Yeah, we're going to have to use the franchise tag on Vita Vea, but it only makes sense. He's 28, we can't let him go, so let's advance to next week. So we have a 91 offense, 87 defense. This is obviously because we were missing out our positions. But we have Conrad, though, at center. Offensive line still looks pretty solid. Not too mad. Offense still looks pretty good. Still looks really good. Defense, we just need to make sure we get some backups, sign some players, still develop those DNs. That's really all we can do. We have $5 million available in free agency. Brandon Brooks, right guard, is available. Our outside linebacker, we just have Farrell, left outside linebacker. They have Shaquem Griffin that's available, but nah, I don't think he's worth it. We don't even have a middle linebacker. Dre Greenlaw moved to middle linebacker though. You could sign Jermaine Pratt to a deal. It's not too bad. He'd be a great backup for us. Cornerbacks are pretty good. Safeties are good. Kicker, we don't have a kicker, so we get to sign someone. We could sign Randy Leak. We got a kicker. Not too bad. Let's see if we sign these guys. We get Jermaine Pratt, so we have the backup. So I want to send to next season and see what we end up drafting. So here are 91 offense, 87 defense. So we're looking pretty solid, I'd say. We're looking pretty solid. We ended up drafting a quarterback. Offensive line still looks pretty much the same. We do need some tackles though to help us out. Defense, got Pratt, got our linebacker starting, so not too bad. DNs are still the same, not too bad. We did draft a D tackle. Defense kind of looks the same. We didn't really change too much, so that's okay. But we need a tackle for sure. Justin School, $3 million for backup. Why not? Just because we need to make sure we have a backup tackle just in case people get injured, because we do not want that. So let's send to the playoffs and see how we make the playoffs again. Wow, that's surprising considering that the team is pretty good. We have 92 offense, 88 defense now. We went 8-8 again. Kyle Trask, 4th in passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 14 picks. Solid again. Rojo pretty solid. Receivers doing pretty solid as well. Like, a lot of picks for the defense. Vita Vea with 12 sacks, but no one else really had that much sacks. So we definitely were missing out on the pass rush. But again, we didn't make the playoffs. So since the Super Bowl was Cowboys-Ravens. We have a 90 overall team, a 92 offense, and 88 defense. Kyle Trask is a 78 now. He's a star talent. Like, what? Chris Godwin's a 99 now. Chris Godwin's a 99. Defense, I mean, our guys are progressing, but we still need more out of our DNs. That's the main thing. We need more out of our DNs. That's the problem, honestly. We have 15 players ready to negotiate. Ravens won a Super Bowl. We have Tristan Wirfs, who needs to get re-signed. Star right tackle. Definitely got to give him his money. Vita Vea wants a solid deal, of course. We got to give it to him. He just got a superstar X factor. So let's give him his money. We get him back. Justin School as a backup. Not too bad. We have $50 million available still. Give him a deal. Matt Wow, I could care less. Mike Evans. You're 31, but definitely a great receiver, so let's re-sign him. He wants to test free agency. Ali Marpet Jr. Yeah, definitely re-sign you. You're a great right guard. Antoine Winfield, you're pretty solid yourself. So we get him back. Scotty Miller, not too bad. We get him back. Joe Tryon hasn't done much, but he still has room to grow. But he wants to test free agency, so we're going to have to figure out how we get him back. We got to definitely get Mailata back, though, because he's been our rock at left tackle. Alex Kappa, we got to definitely get him back, even though we did draft a guard, so we could let him walk. Randy Lee, Cameron Brate. The rest of these guys we're going to let go, unless Sharif Miller wants to sign this cheap deal. We get him back. And Randy Leak wants to sign a 1-year deal for $1 million. That's not too bad. So we get him back. Franchise tag him for 12. Nah, that's way too much. Mike Evans for 23 is way too much as well. So we lose Mike Evans. But we could sign someone, another big target as well to help out. Could definitely do that. Receiver, a big target like Rashad Bateman. No, he's 6'1" though. We could sign Michael Pittman Jr. though. Not too bad. Michael Pittman will not be too bad for the team. Then we could sign Jay Sternberger to be the second tight end on its squad. And then left tackle is good. Left guard is good. Center is good. Right guard is not too bad. Right tackle is good. We just need backup center. We could end up drafting that as well if we need be. We could sign Shaq or AJ Epinesa to the deal. Hopefully he provides something different for the squad. D tackle is good. Right end is whatever. Linebackers are fine, I'd say. So let's see if we sign those guys. At Michael Pittman and Jay Sternberger. AJ Epinesa rejected us. We have the 17th pick in the draft, so I'm thinking we go with the left end. I don't think that'd be too bad. Left end position is something we go after. Scouted, and let's go with available. Got a pretty solid pick, but no one's first round talent. Right end, there's no one first round talent as well. Left outside linebacker, they have Cam Pinkins, who's a run stopper though. Wouldn't fit our scheme. No one at right outside. Middle linebacker, no one. Cornerback, they have someone of course, but we're not really looking for that. They got Morgan Sampson, D tackle. We could sign him. Why not? Not too bad of a pick. So now we're at the second round. I want to go to left end this time. I think a left end will suit us pretty well. There's a second rounder that fit our scheme. Corey Gore or Kerry Gore, power rusher. Let's pick him up. So we have some depth on the D-line. And then let's leave the rest of the draft for the CPU. Let's look at the draft recap. So after getting those players, we got a running back and a receiver, a guard, a left outside linebacker, and another running back. So we did end up addressing the guard position. And then what we need to do is just sign a backup center, and we should be pretty solid, I'd say. A backup center should do us pretty well. Let's see what's available. We got Scott Questenberry, why not? We have enough money for it. We get him. And then we look at the team one last time. 89 offense, 88 defense. Kyle Trask is 78. Offense is not too bad. We have Michael Pittman. We have good offensive line. Young guys, but who could play really well. Defense, linebackers, looking pretty solid, I'd say. And I'm hoping for the best. I really do hope we can push over and just make it to the playoffs for once. So we do make the playoffs. We finally end up making the playoffs, going 10-6, second seed in our division. We get to upgrade our players, so that's exciting. Let's see how we do against the 8-8 Rams. We took a W, 21-13. So we beat them. Kyle Trask is now an 81 now. We're facing the Saints, who won our division. Let's see if we can take care of them, take care of business. We ended up losing 33-18, but we finally made the playoffs for Kyle Trask, and we won a game, which I'm not mad about at all. Get that contract extension. We have an 89 offense and 89 defense to finish off with. Kyle Trask is an 83 with a confidence boost, of course. Chris Godwin still a 99. Offensive line is looking pretty good. Defense, Devin White, of course, pretty solid. Farrell is now 80. Franklin and Giuseppe are both 75s. Not too bad. Corners are godly, of course. Our secondary is pretty good. So we finally made the playoffs with Kyle Trask. It would be very interesting. Real life, I think they would do way better. Kyle Trask was first in passing yards with 4,808 yards, a 111.6 pass rating, 67 completion percentage, and 9 picks. Rojo barely had any rushing TDs. Chris Godwin, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. Michael Pittman Jr. in his first year, 10 TDs, 977 yards. And Scotty Miller with 960 yards with 3 TDs. And O.J. Howard, of course, too, 746 yards, 6 TDs. So that's what you call helping out your quarterback by getting him players he needs. Vita Vea with 6 sacks. The rookie, Morgan Sampson with 5.5. Tim Settle with 4. So literally all of our D tackles led in sacks. And then interceptions, Devin White with 4, and then a lot of picks overall for our corners and safeties. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. It wasn't that spectacular with Kyle Trask, but he did finally make the playoffs, and he was solid throughout every single year so far. So that's pretty good to see. Hopefully that pans out in real life for the Buccaneers. Before further ado, guys, hit the like button, subscribe for new, comment down below what other team you want to see me rebuild, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, you gotta be a fiend to succeed. Peace.